Hi, my name is Alexander Soto, and my partner.
My name is Jason Soto.
Hi, and today we are going to show you our uh, project for shell hacks called JetKnights. So it's not the most impressive thing in the world, but to be honest, I'm honestly kind of proud of it. I'm using a controller right now, an Xbox controller, to move around this character. As you saw, there was a bullet that was generated. Right, and so, I mean, that's really the gist of what we were able to accomplish and learn in our time during this whole event. And we'll go ahead and we'll just start covering the basic parts of how our program breaks down. Okay, so we used SDL2, which is a API that works with your hardware, and it's able to pretty much use your GPU to render things very quickly, and you can actually have a lot of discretion in how you use different functions so that they can take advantage of your hardware. So again, this is pretty low end stuff, and we knew that jumping in, but we were going to try to take on the challenge. So let's jump over to main. In main, we have an initialize function that if it fails, then we have checks like this all throughout. But continuing on, I won't get into any greedy details. We have a load media, which loads the media, which is our assets. And if that fails, then this executes. Then we arrive to the main game loop, and SDL has some um, variables for us and types that lets us. It pretty much helps streamline a couple things, but we ended up creating a projectile bullet with some parameters, the weapon, which incorporates bullet, and they take in textures that we have to create. And by the way, you have to create we have to create textures from the bitmaps, which are like pretty much the pictures represented in an array format, and we have to pretty much create that into textures. Then we actually get to the player, which is we call that the robot, and we put in the slot for weapon slot here, which is what you saw the player using. Then we actually arrive to the real game loop. This is where events will be handled, and um, until the player quits and clicks out, this will continue to go on. The player has a set of events from the joystick that we take. That is for movement, and here we have the player move, which gets updated. Then we have to render the movement. We have to clear any of the images that were there beforehand, and the move updates all of the variables related to each of the items on screen. Then we update the bullet, we update the player, and we render it, and then we have to actually present it. This function presents everything on screen. Right, and so that's pretty much it. I mean, we created separate header files for the more heavy modular, like things we could modularize, like weapon, robot, and project. So, we had to link our libraries together to get these to work. And so these are all the header files pretty much right up here. Um, and then we have their implementation files down here. And again, this is quite a lot, and I know I have only a very little time, but you can check us out at our GitHub. Um, and funny enough, we've actually been really doing well with GitHub during this whole project. We shared and committed and pulled like no other during this short period of time, and I learned some things I didn't know about, even though I've been coding for like half a year now, that's completely new to me. So it's pretty fun. So again, just one last time, right? And if you could just, Jason, if you could just have the thing go around in circles, right? So the gun points where the player moves. And we're having it kind of on a fast speed, so if you can't keep up a little bit, yeah, that is the case. But future development will have the bullet generate from the gun, and while the trigger button is down on the controller, and we've been working on that, but we don't have time to get it set up for you guys. So with that, thank you for checking us out. Have a good day.